climate change, and its impact. There are moments in history when humanity faces a turning point, a moment that defines the path we take as a civilization. Today, we are living through one of those moments. Climate change is no longer a distant threat or a scientific prediction tucked away in textbooks. It is here, it is now, and it is changing everything. From rising temperatures to melting ice caps, from stronger hurricanes to devastating wildfires, the evidence is all around us. But climate change is more than just statistics or images on the news. It is a deeply human story, one that touches our homes, our health, our food, and our future. And it is up to us to understand it, confront it, and act before it's too late. To begin with, let's understand what climate change actually is. It refers to long-term shifts in temperature and weather patterns, largely driven by human activities, especially the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas. These activities release greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide and methane, into the atmosphere, which trap heat and warm the planet. While the Earth's climate has changed naturally over millions of years, what makes today's climate change alarming is the speed at which it's happening and the undeniable link to human behavior. Because of this, glaciers are retreating, sea levels are rising, and extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and intense. And as the environment changes, so do our lives. Rising sea levels threaten coastal cities, forcing communities to relocate and economies to adapt. Droughts destroy crops and dry up rivers, affecting food security and drinking water. Meanwhile, heat waves become more intense, claiming thousands of lives, particularly among the elderly and vulnerable. Forests burn more frequently, not only releasing more carbon, but also destroying habitats for countless species. Coral reefs, the rainforests of the ocean, are bleaching and dying, threatening marine biodiversity and the livelihoods of millions who depend on the sea. But the impacts of climate change aren't just physical, they're emotional and psychological too. People who lose their homes to floods or wildfires carry scars that go beyond the material. Farmers watching their land crack under a dry sky feel a kind of helplessness that words can't describe. Children growing up hearing about a planet in crisis may carry anxiety for a future they're not sure they'll inherit. Climate change also deepens social inequalities. Poorer communities, especially in developing countries, often suffer the worst effects, despite contributing the least to the problem. They lack the resources to adapt or recover, and as a result, they're left more vulnerable to displacement, disease, and economic hardship. Yet despite the gravity of this crisis, there is hope. Around the world, people are rising to meet the challenge. Scientists, activists, teachers, engineers, farmers, students, they are all part of a growing movement to protect our planet. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind are becoming more accessible and affordable. Governments are negotiating climate agreements to reduce emissions. Cities are redesigning themselves to be greener and more sustainable. Young people are leading the charge, demanding change, and refusing to accept a future shaped by inaction. Every tree planted, every emission reduced, every policy passed, it all matters. And you, the viewer, are part of this story too. Your choices, your voice, your action, they carry power. Whether it's using less plastic, eating more plant-based meals, conserving electricity, supporting clean energy, or simply talking about climate change, it all contributes. Because while no one can solve this crisis alone, together, we can shift the direction of history. We can move from fear to courage, from apathy to purpose, from destruction to regeneration. The Earth is not just our home, it's our only home. And right now, it's asking for our help. So let this video be more than just information. Let it be a spark. Let it awaken a sense of responsibility and possibility in you. Because climate change is not someone else's problem, it is ours. And if we face it together, with science, compassion, and determination, we can create a better, more resilient world for ourselves and generations to come. The time to act is not tomorrow. The time to act is now.